CNN IBN to the latest on Irom Sharmila on a 12-year-long fast for the repeal of the controversial Armed Forces Special Powers Act. She was presented at a Delhi court today, the Patiala House Court, in fact, framing charges against her in that attempt to suicide case. Sharmila is not pleading guilty to this. Remember, she has said she's not trying to attempt suicide. This is a legitimate form of non-violent protest. She was charged under Section 309 over the time she brought her fast and protest against the controversial AFSPA to Delhi 6 years ago. The 40-year-old activist at that point refusing medical intervention, but her deteriorating condition forced the Delhi police to have her force-fed at AIMS and file charges against her. She's still fed, in fact, through her nose, as you can see there. And she has said all along that this is a non-violent protest and the government needs to listen to the voice of the people. She's protesting, remember, the controversial Armed Forces Special Powers Act in Manipur. She launched that fast unto death in 2000 after 10 civilians were killed by personnel of the Assam Rifles near Imphal airport. She is continuously being fed through the nose since then. Right now, a Delhi court hearing this case has framed charges in the attempt to suicide case against her, setting the next date, we understand, as the 22nd, I beg your pardon, of May. Here's what she had to say earlier.
I don't want to commit suicide. I just want them to repeal this very AFSPA. Sometime they will hear my voice.
Irom Sharmila also asking how long she'll be treated as a prisoner by the government. We do have our senior editor Anuba Bosle joining us on the phone line. Anuba, you spoke extensively to Irom Sharmila in the past in Imphal. She has said very clearly she is not attempting suicide. This is a legitimate form of protest. The Delhi court today framing those charges against her, though.
That's right. I think the law, in a sense, and the court in a sense, is really completely at crossroads as to what to do. It was a packed courtroom. Irom Sharmila was given time. Her lawyers were given time to make her understand really the full import of this decision. But remember, she has faced similar charges in Imphal, in Manipur as well. So when the Metropolitan Magistrate put that question to her, whether she realized what she was doing and whether she was going to plead guilty in this attempt to suicide charge under Section 309, Irom Sharmila's first statement to the courtroom was, "I am not committing suicide, I am not guilty." This really has been her stand. She believes this is a form of political protest. She believes that this is the protest that could perhaps lead to some talks about repealing the Armed Forces Special Powers Act. So as far as the court today is concerned, she rejected those charges. She did not plead guilty. The Human Rights Law Network, which has been really helping her in this cause when she came to Delhi first in 2006, today by her side. Remember, this is a case that actually goes back to 2006 when she came here in Delhi and refused to take any medical intervention or any food till the Justice Jeevan Reddy Committee's report was made public. That was her stand at that point in time, saying, "I'm going to refuse all medical intervention till that report is made public." Since that report was never made public, she was forcibly taken to the All India Institute of Medical Sciences on the 6th of October 2006, where she was force-fed, and the Delhi police had slapped this charge of Section 309. So this is a case that has been going on from 2006. Framing of charges begin to now. The 22nd of May is the next date of hearing. We are expecting Irom Sharmila not to be produced in person as the trial in this particular case progresses, Amrita.
Oh, so she won't have to be produced in person going forward. The next date, as you're telling us, the 22nd of May. Anuba, as someone who's interviewed her extensively, spoken with her, something very jarring about the fact that she says that the government essentially treats her like a prisoner when all she's doing is she's upholding a right to protest, and that too in a non-violent fashion with this hunger strike. But that's been going on, of course, more than 12 years.
That's right, and that's one of the reasons, Amrita, why the law in itself finds this particular situation perhaps a little inadequate. This was the Metropolitan Magistrates Court who was perhaps looking back at files of 2006. Remember, her friends, activists who have people who have been helping her in this cause really haven't been able to meet. That Sharmila believes is not how democratic protest really in this country should be allowed. Remember, there in Imphal, she is in the Jawaharlal Nehru Hospital, again under an attempt to suicide charge. It's a story that repeats itself every year because 1 year is the maximum term that is allowed under this charge. So she's left for about 3 to 4 days, after which she's arrested again and goes back to the same hospital. The court really has given her only 5 minutes to speak to journalists, after which she has been told to return back to the Manipur Bhavan. Remember, it's a posse of policemen who have come from Manipur, the Manipur police, as well as the assistant jailer of the Jawaharlal Nehru Hospital, as well as some of the nurses really have accompanied her. This 5 minutes has been given just for her to speak to some of the people she's been associated with and some who've been associated with this cause. After that, that blanket ban really comes into effect again, where she's not allowed to meet people or speak to anyone or release any kind of statements.
It's definitely a very difficult case there. Anuba, thanks so much though for joining us.